Cato Ranking, the champions through the years. Since the launch of EWPL in 2008, Cato Ranking has evolved into a way of honoring the most outstanding weight pull dogs in the Nordic countries. Behind every number are years of training, travel, determination, and partnership between dog and handler. Over the years, certain names has risen above the rest. Dogs that not only won competitions, but defined entire eras. Plexi, the first queen, 2009 to 2011. The Swedish-American Pit Bull Terrier female Plexi made history as the very first dominant force in Cato Ranking. With 3 consecutive titles between 2009 and 2011, she set the standard for what it took to stay at the top. Her impressive combination of explosiveness and consistency earned her 467 points in the inaugural year, followed by even stronger 477 points in 2010. During these years, she also collected several most weight pulled titles and proved time and time again that she could perform at the absolute highest level. Plexi quickly became the benchmark everyone compared themselves to. A dog who laid the foundation for the entire history of the ranking. Dixie, the People's Challenger, 2012. After Plexi's dominance, the Swedish dog Dixie claimed the throne in 2012. As a mixed-breed dog, she represented something slightly different at the top and proved that heart, determination, and work ethics always carry great weight in the sport. With 416 points, she secured the number 1 position that year, and simultaneously became the symbol of the diversity within weight pool. Dixie may only have spent 1 year at the top of the rankings, but her name is forever written among the sport's great profiles. Suki, Danish Dynamism, 2013 to 2014. When the Danish dog Suki took over the rankings in 2013, it also marked the beginning of a more international era in the sport of the Nordic countries. With 2 straight titles and consistently strong performances, Suki proved that Denmark would compete with the very best. Her 409 points in 2013 were followed by 412 points in the following year. And during both seasons, she delivered multiple most weight per pound performances. Suki quickly became known for her intensity and work ethic. A dog that always looked like she wanted to pull, just a little bit more than everyone else. Ruben, the Finnish Machine, 2015 to 2018. Few dogs has shaped Cato Ranking as clearly as the Finnish Staffordshire Bull Terrier male Ruben. Between 2015 and 2018, he claimed 4 consecutive titles and established himself as one of the most dominant dogs in the history of the rankings. Ruben combined raw power with extreme efficiency and produced some of the most impressive most weight per pound numbers ever seen in the ranking system. During his peak years in 2016 and 2017, he reached 434 points and an incredible 19 most weight per pound. Numbers that at the time seemed almost unbelievable. His era was not just about winning, it was also about setting new standards for consistency and performance level within the sport. Ivy, Norway's Pride, 2019. In 2019, the Norwegian Staffordshire Bull Terrier Ivy stepped forward and broke Ruben's long dominance. With 421 points and a strong season, she proved that Norway also had a dog ready for the top. Ivy combined technique and power in a way that made her extremely difficult to beat throughout the year. Even though her time as number 1 was brief, she left a clear mark and demonstrated how quickly the top of weight pool world can change. Asker, the Modern King, 2022 to 2025. After a few years without any active ranking due to COVID, the series returned stronger than ever. And that was when Asker entered the stage in full force. Since 2022, the Swedish American Pit Bull Terrier male has completely dominated Cato Ranking, with 4 consecutive titles and numbers that have pushed the boundaries of what was previously considered possible. Scoring 455 points in both 2022 and 2023 already showed the level Asker was operating at. But it was during 2024 and especially 2025 he truly cemented his place in the history books. In 2025, Asker reached an astonishing 507 points, the highest total score ever recorded in Cato Ranking history. Together with an impressive 15 most weight pull titles, Asker represented the modern generation of weight pull dogs. Explosive, powerful, technical, and incredibly consistent. The question is no longer whether he is one of the greatest of all time, but how long his records will stand. One ranking, many legends. From Plexi's pioneering years to Asker's record-breaking dominance, Cato Ranking tells the story of Nordic weight pull through the dogs that define the sport. Every name on the list represents something greater than just points. It's about passion, training, travel, community, and the desire to always pull a little bit more than last time. Disclaimer. Cato Ranking was first created and published in July 2024 and therefore did not exist as an active ranking system during the majority of the years mentioned in this summary. The ranking has been created retrospectively through analysis of historical competition results and statistics. Cato Ranking is not an official part of the European Weight Pull League's rule or organization, but an independent statistics and ranking system created to document and highlight performance within the sport. However, all points, titles, and data used in the ranking are based exclusively on results from competition conducted under EWPL rules from 2008 onward. How Cato Ranking works. Cato Ranking is an independent ranking system developed to highlight the most consistent and high-performing dogs within the European Weight Pull League. The system is based entirely on official competition results from EWPL events and is designed to reward performance, consistency, and long-term competitiveness. The ranking is based on EWPL points accumulated by teams during the 2 most recent calendar years. In addition to these points, extra ranking points are awarded based on performances in 2 central categories: most weight pulled, highest pulled weight, pound for pound, or most weight per pound, performances relative to the dog's body weight. To ensure the fairest comparisons possible, results are only compared against other performances from the same show and competition day. That means that dogs' most weight pulled and pound for pound results are evaluated only against the teams competing at that specific event, reducing the impact of factors such as surface, weather, track conditions, and event size. How ranking points are awarded. Additional ranking points are awarded to teams placing within the top 50% of each competition, both in most weight pulled and pound for pound. The higher percentile a team reaches, the more ranking points are awarded. For example, a team placed within the top 10% in both most weight pulled and pound for pound at the same competition can accumulate a significant number of additional ranking points. Only the best results count. To reward quality over quantity, only the 10 best results are included in the final ranking. The system therefore favors dogs that consistently perform on a high level over time, not simply those that compete the most frequently. The goal of Cato Ranking is to create an historical and statistically overview of performances within the sport while rewarding dogs that repeatedly demonstrate exceptional strength, technique, and work capacity. If you enjoy what we are doing here on the podcast and want to help keep it going, there's a few simple ways you can support us. First of all, make sure you follow the channel wherever you watch or listen. On YouTube, subscribe and turn on notifications. And on Spotify, follow the podcast so you never miss an upcoming episode. It helps more than you think because it allows more people to discover the show and helps the podcast to continue to grow. If you would like to take your support one step further, you can also become a supporter through Patreon. By doing so, you help fund the podcast development, future projects, and all the work that happens behind the scenes. Every contribution, big or small, truly makes a difference. Running a podcast is about more than recording conversation. It involves planning, research, editing, technical work, and a significant amount of time. With your support, we can continue creating content that engages, inspires, and shines a light on the sport and the people around it. So if you appreciate the podcast and want to be a part of the journey ahead, follow, share, and support us on Patreon. Thank you for listening, watching, and being a part of building this together with us.